Hello, I'm Mark Murawski, Lycoming County Transportation Planner. This is part of a continuing series on the Lycoming County Transportation Plan called Moving in the Right Direction. This plan focuses on our highways, bridges, transit, airport, rail system, and bikeway and pedestrian facilities, and guides future transportation investments over the next 20 years. We want to now focus on the Williamsport Regional Airport. The Williamsport Regional Airport is located in Montoursville, Pennsylvania, off of Airport Road. This is the only commercial service airport in Lycoming County. And the airport service area covers about 13 counties, although primarily it is used by Lycoming County businesses and residents. This airport provides direct commercial service between Williamsport and the Philadelphia International Airport at 3 round-trip flights per day. And the aircraft seating is Dash 8s, which have about 37 seats on them. And I can tell you that the airport is heavily used given the amount of seating we have available. And this chart shows our employments over a historical 20-year period of time. And as you'll see, our employments were much higher 20 years ago, and they spiked in the late 1990s due to the economic situation largely we had in the country was very good at that time. And then there was a drop-off since the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks, which affected air travel all over the United States. And then since that time, we saw our employments get lower and lower, and then Marcellus Shale occurred, largely beginning in 2008 and in 2009, where the employments at the airport started ramping up substantially, and now there's over 25,000 employments recorded in 2012. I might add that Marcellus Shale accounts for about half of the commercial passenger traffic at the airport. So we also see a lot of spin-off from that in terms of companies that want to locate on airport property, such as Sooner Pipe, that developed the pipe yard, that's leasing land and space off of the airport authority. And also, we've seen our general aviation and corporate aviation traffic significantly rise and are attributable to Marcellus activity. Now, as I noted, we only have service to Philadelphia International Airport, and this pie chart shows our true market demand for our air service. And you will see here that about 12% of total passenger demand is all that's being captured at the Williamsport Regional Airport right now. And about 1/3 of that traffic that uses another airport, which we call leakage, goes to Philadelphia International Airport. Another 1/3 goes to the New York City airports, and the remaining 1/3 is basically divided up between Harrisburg and State College and Elmira, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, those particular airports. So what the airport authority wants to do, obviously, is try to capture as much of that leakage traffic as possible. However, it's difficult because we are flying full planes right now, and there's not sufficient seating capacity available to handle much more traffic without bringing in additional planes and seats. So the airport authority has been working closely with the Williamsport-Lycoming Chamber of Commerce and the Lycoming County Commissioners to recruit additional air service at the airport, and we are also working closely to look at our terminal building, because the terminal building doesn't have sufficient space to house all of the additional traffic that we think we could capture from that unmet market potential we have. And you'll see really where our market is on this map in the United States, that our large leisure travel market is predominantly concentrated in Florida, although we have some in Las Vegas like we've always had. But the business market now has been shifted more towards the Marcellus activity, so we have big demand going to the Dallas-Fort Worth area and other areas of Texas and Houston. Chicago also is a big attractor, again, because of the good connections out of O'Hara International Airport and providing you those connections to the west and to the south. So understanding our market origin and destination travel patterns is critical in order to do future planning for the airport. So we also looked at the terminal building and concluded that not only is the terminal building in poor condition from a structural and maintenance standpoint, which will involve a large investment of funds, but also it has limited space to house additional airlines. So the Airport Authority has undertaken a $13 million project to replace the terminal building last year. And we are just about completed with the required feasibility studies that the Federal Aviation Administration will require. And next year we'll be working on the environmental assessment. We hope to complete design of the facility and bid it for construction in the fall of 2015, with the fall of 2016 being the opening of the new airport. We will then demolish the current building and put in short-term parking at that location. We'll also have much better ingress and egress through the airport, and this also shows the rendition of the new terminal building, which is being designed by Ritu Associates. Governor Corbett visited the airport in March of this year, and the county commissioners were congratulated by Governor Corbett for using their Act 13 funds in a way that is making a $1 million investment to the airport terminal building project. Another key capital improvement project for the airport's future is completing the runway safety improvements. About 4 years ago, the Airport Authority completed a major extension of the main runway by putting an additional 350 feet of pavement to the west end of the runway. So that brings our runway close to 7,000 feet. That will accommodate all of the anticipated types of aircraft that will use the airport over the next 20 years. The focus now is to finish up the safety improvements, install additional landing system technology, and allow us to lower minimum visibility requirements at the airport, which will prevent airplanes from being diverted to other airports in bad weather conditions, since the airport sits in a bowl basically on the Bald Eagle Mountain Ridge and the river. And so we have some topological challenges that we have to work on, but the runway safety improvements will certainly be beneficial for us to maintain safe and efficient operations at the airport in the future. We also have a new fixed base operator located at the airport, which is Energy Aviation, and they bought out the former de Gaulle Jet Center, and they've started up their operations and have undertaken now some capital improvements to upgrade the facilities and the services there. And we're getting good reports from the users of our new fixed base operator that they are certainly a full service operation in terms of providing fuel services, hangaring, maintenance of aircraft, and flight instruction. So this is a major asset that we've seen happen at the airport this year. And finally, the airport has a big economic impact to the region. This chart basically shows the economic impact as reported by the PennDOT Bureau of Aviation, and you'll see that our total impacts to the economy are close to $65 million a year, and in terms of total job creation, we support about 700 jobs. Now obviously that's not jobs just at the airport, that's jobs that we support in industries all across the county who rely on quality air service. So that's the recap of the airport, and as you'll see, there's many exciting things we're working on in terms of trying to get additional air services and replacing the terminal building and upgrading our runway system, which will be a major economic boost to the region by having a quality airport that directly serves our needs. So I'm Mark Murawski, County Transportation Planner. As a part of this continuing series of the Transportation Plan, I hope you will join us in future series sessions, and I wish you a good night.